your praises. In honor now we stand, thanking you for precious memories of your ever guiding hand, leading us to paths far reaching, our banners towards the sky. Hail we now our alma mater, hail to you, O Garfield High.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night from the JAG Student Media World Headquarters in beautiful Garrettsville, Ohio. Thank you for tuning in to catch the final episode of Beyond the Bureau for the 2024 school year, a retrospective look back at the commencement addresses from May 25th. Today we'll hear from Jack Carmichael, Landon Gideon, Luke Finney, Zoe May, Grace Sirocco, Aaron Rodee, Riley Turner, Board President Guy Petra, Principal Kathleen Kissabeth, and Superintendent Ted Lysick. Let's dive in.
Over the past few years, many have asked us numerous times, what do you want to do? What are you going to do? What does your future hold? These can be tough questions, but they don't have to be. Today marks the start of our new lives. For some, this is an exciting time. For others, they are worried and confused. I can reassure each and every one of you that as long as we try, we can make it. We have already made it through school and with strong friendships and support. We can keep going for another few decades as well, right? My peers, parents, and teachers have helped me make it this far and prepare me for what comes next. People say after graduation, they will lose the friends that they made along the way, and they will never speak to them again. For me, however, that could be farther from the truth. I have made many lifelong friendships here at James A. Garfield. Some may be going far away, but I will always keep in touch with them. I am so proud of all of them for what they have accomplished, and I would not be who I am today without them. Our teachers and staff have put in all of their efforts for us to be at this point today, and I could not be more thankful for them. I must also be very thankful for my family. I was fortunate to be raised in a home that was rich in music, art, science, and everything in between. My parents, an electrician and a teacher, are both very driven and successful people. While I don't think that the son of those two occupations they would ever have thought that they would have a child that would be going to be studying performing arts and musical theater, they have both very much encouraged me to be interested in everything. Being interested in everything is something everyone tries as it helps us grow. This new chapter in our lives gives us the opportunity to enjoy new experiences and relationships. New experiences and relationships are something to look forward to in the future. But I will never forget those who have helped me to get here and realize if you have a goal, you need to strive for it. George Lucas, the creator of Star Wars, once stated, "It's hard work making movies. It's like being a doctor. You work long hours, very hard hours. It's emotional, tense work. But if you really don't love it, then it ain't worth it." Now that we have become adults, we have the right to choose what we want to do. If we love something, we strive for it. If we don't, well, we have that choice, as long as we believe it is the right choice. After tonight, I will become a Hiram College student. And while I know it is going to be hard work, and it will be stressful, I know that hard work will definitely eventually pay off. We have done it here tonight, and we can do it once again. This is our chance to make new friends, memories, and goals, while always remembering the ones we made here. No matter what, each of us standing here today will forever be the class of 2024. We will forever be the G-Men.
Graduates, where are we right now? Now, look around. What do you see? I see a fence. Out there beyond that fence, beyond this school, beyond this town maybe, is the real world. Some of us may know where we're going. Some of us maybe don't know yet. Either is totally fine. However, to everybody, whatever you do or wherever you go in life, make sure it's what you want to do. Don't follow the crowd be an individual, and make yourself stand out. When you find a path, ask yourself these two questions. Why am I doing this, and can I see myself doing this for the next 40 or 50 years of my life? Don't just find a career that pays the most money. Find something that makes you excited to do every single day, because at the end of the day, that is what it's going to make you happy. Finding your path won't be easy, though. To find your path, believe it or not, you actually have to get off your butt and search for it. You have to find it. It will not find you. With that being said, you may not find your dreams in the small town we all grew up in. You see, one of the biggest problems today is a lot of people are just too lazy. A lot of people don't want to get out there and work hard for whatever it is they want to do. Don't be one of those people. You have to be willing to go out into the bigger world, seek different opportunities, and try new things. That's what this time of your life is for. You may try something and find it isn't for you. That's okay, but at least you tried. That's more than a lot of people do. However, you never stop at failure. You pick your head up and you try again. And you keep trying until you have found your path. When you can give a good reason to the question, why am I doing this? And you can confidently answer yes to, can I see myself doing this for the next 40 or 50 years of my life? Then there's a good chance that you have found your path. It doesn't end there, though. For the rest of your life, you want to try and be the best you can be at whatever it is you do. There's a quote from one of my favorite movies that gives me this mindset. In the movie Whiplash, J.K. Simmons' character, Terrence Fletcher, is talking to one of his former students after he was fired from his job as a college music director. Fletcher tells his former student, "The truth is, I don't think people understood what it was I was doing at Schaefer. I wasn't there to conduct. Anybody can wave their arms and keep people in tempo. I was there to push people beyond what's expected of them. I believe that is an absolute necessity." What this quote means to me is that you have to exceed expectations, go the extra mile, and find your full potential. If you always do the bare minimum, life is boring. Wherever the bar is set, you should always try to be above it. If you never try and go above and beyond, you may never find your full potential, and you could miss out on an opportunity to be great or achieve success. I saw a science experiment once where there were two balls that raced each other down two different ramps at the same time. One of the ramps was smooth, and the other had bumps on the way down. Now, how many of you think that the ball going down the smooth ramp won? How many thought that the ball going down the bumpy ramp won? If you said the ball going down the bumpy ramp, you were right. When you try to play life on easy mode and take the route with no bumps in the road, there's a chance you won't get far. You may never have the chance to grow. On the other hand, when you take the path that challenges you, you are presented with the opportunity to find your weaknesses and how to overcome them, to find your full potential so that you can be the best you can be at whatever it is you do. But like I said before, never get discouraged. Everyone has their own goals and dreams, and as long as you have the drive and determination to do better and learn from your mistakes, you can achieve those goals and dreams. Out there is your future, so make it one you won't regret.
Good evening, everyone. For those of you who don't know me and everyone else who forgot I go here, my name is Luke Finney. Over the course of my 4 years here, I've learned a lot. While there have been many academic lessons, I think the most important ones I picked up on are the ones that don't help you on tests. And by far, the most important is knowing when to not overlook the importance of letting loose and savoring the moment. As your valedictorian, I have spent many hours doing homework and studying, and even more about stressing what I need to do. As everything I've worked towards comes to an end, I can look back and think, it truly was not that serious. I've failed quizzes and forgotten homeworks, and I'm still here, graduating, because life doesn't stop when you get a bad grade. So the next time you catch yourself worrying about whether or not you should be stressing, don't. Now, to be clear, I'm not encouraging anyone to not study or go to work, but find a healthy balance. And if you get the chance, don't turn down taking some you time or spending some time with family or friends. Which brings me to my next point. You have to surround yourself with people who care about you and can make you laugh. But it's not always that easy. I've had the chance to meet some very interesting people, and I'd like to think I've found some of those types of friends. So if you ever get to the point where you need to make friends and you're not sure where to start, here's a few things I recommend looking for. Anyone who is willing to put a half-eaten chicken sandwich in their pocket and pull it out and finish it in the middle of English class is someone who doesn't care what others think and will never have a dull moment. Anyone you can still tease about how they ate a whole moth in elementary school is someone who will never cease to surprise you. And anyone who is so unproblematic that you couldn't think of a funny story to tease them about in your graduation speech is someone who will be there for you, no questions asked. If you can find people like that, I think you have a pretty good starting place. Another lesson is you don't have to have everything figured out. At our age, we're expected to make one of the biggest decisions of our lives, and there's a lot weighing on our decision of what to do. But the nice thing about deciding so early is that we have a lot of time to change our minds. You can ask anyone who knows me, and they'll tell you how many different majors I've been interested in and how many different colleges I was planning on applying or going to. I have at least like 5 memories as a kid of running up to my parents and telling them what I want to be when I grow up. At some point, I was going to be a dentist, then an astrophysicist, then an engineer. I was going to go out of state for college, then I was considering going out of the country. In the next few years, I'm sure none of my family or friends would be shocked if I end up in a completely different place studying something else entirely. And that's okay. There's absolutely nothing wrong with uncertainty. With the rest of our lives ahead of us, we can transfer colleges, switch our majors, or even go back to school so many times. Just be flexible, go with the flow, and trust that the world will take you where you're meant to be. As we all move forward, going on whichever niche path life has planned for us, I want you to remember these points. Have fun, don't stress, surround yourself with friends who you enjoy being around, and be flexible in life. Wherever you end up in the end, you'll enjoy it. Thank you.
This day was either dreaded or could not have come soon enough, depending on who you are. Either way, it's an accomplishment we all have earned. As I sat down to write this speech, I had a difficult time putting words on the page. Seeing as I am just as inexperienced as you all sitting before me, I felt as though I was not qualified to give proper advice. That being said, I talked with various members of the James A. Garfield staff, those who have seen the class of 2024 grow as the years pass by, and asked them what advice they wish they would have been given when they were graduating seniors like us. The answers varied, and I think it's safe to say that at least one of these will mean something to each and every one of us. Listening to all the teachers made me realize that although all the advice is different, they all connect. Some of it was more serious, like remember that nothing comes easy and hard work is the key to success. Invest early, it will pay off. Listen to those you respect, they've probably been doing life longer than you have. And take notes on those you aspire to be and listen to their advice. Others reminded me that having fun is the most important. Travel, buy the concert tickets, and embrace the moments you'll never get back. Take risks and always bet on yourself. Get out of your comfort zone. Don't be afraid to take a chance. Enjoy the ride. Learn to have a positive attitude and figure out what makes you happy. Enjoy the stuff and don't worry so much about what's next. And be courageous and brave even when it's not popular. And don't hold back because you're scared of the outcome. And lastly, my favorites, there's more to life than Garfield, and be nice to people. Make friends outside of room 212. Listening to all the teachers made me conclude that living a life of balance is the best way to go through it. As important as it is to save your money and invest in your future, you also don't want to be so concerned about money that you miss out on all the fun moments and experiences. But at the same time, spending all of your early adult life traveling and going to parties with no concern about money whatsoever could leave you feeling lost in your later adult life. As we move forward beyond high school, whether we're off to a college, a job, or the military, let's not forget that there are many other kids like us. Kids who are starting over and are just as anxious and excited. We're all in the same boat, confused on which way to start paddling. With that being said, be kind and don't be afraid to introduce yourself to the people and the new community around you. I believe our experiences here at Garfield have prepared us for the next part of our lives. The teachers who have witnessed us grow up from the age of 4 all the way to 18 have taught us what it means to work hard and never give up. These valuable lessons will not only be beneficial in college, but it will help us every day for the rest of our lives. As we gather here today for the last time, let's not forget those who helped get us here. The families who helped with homework late at night and supported us the last 13 years. The teachers, although they may or may not have been the reasons for some of the stress, but still constantly believed in us and genuinely wanted us to succeed. And the friendships that stayed strong every step of the way. Once again, congratulations to my fellow graduates, and thank you to the teachers and administrators for helping get us here.
To my fellow classmates, congratulations on making it to our graduation ceremony. We all put in the work to get here, and everyone should be so proud of this accomplishment. The years at James A. Garfield have been memorable, to say the least. Time really flies by. I feel like it was just yesterday when I was struggling to write my lowercase q's in kindergarten. I am proud to say that I did in fact master the letter Q with the help of Mrs. Maynard. I've learned many important life lessons from my teachers and fellow classmates. For example, being helpful towards others, even when it does not benefit yourself. We all struggled with this concept when we were younger because we did not fully understand that everyone has their own personal struggles and insecurities. In middle school, I learned organization. I vividly remember putting individual sticky notes on all of my school supplies the night before the first day of school. I even labeled them based on what class they were for. It was not common for a middle schooler to be excited about going to school, but I was. I loved learning and having a routine. I even cried whenever I got sick and was not able to go to school. I was terrified of falling behind, and I hated having to do the makeup work. Looking back, it is extremely hard to believe that I thought it was the end of the world if I missed a day of school. Senioritis really got to me this year, and I'm sure that it got to all of you as well. This year was filled with difficulties that I did not expect to see on my senior year bingo card. Regardless of these unexpected events, I discovered the importance of being independent. I learned that it is okay to step away from things that do not positively influence your life. This leads me to my next point, change. I believe that the most important thing that Garfield has taught me is that people change and that you cannot please everyone. I used to be so obsessed with making everyone around me happy that I never stopped to think about what I genuinely wanted. We need to find a healthy balance of making others happy while also considering our own needs, which is way easier said than done, but we can try. At the end of the day, we all need to do what is best for ourselves. Life is far too short to focus on regrets, so keep looking ahead towards the exciting yet unknown future. Throughout my years at JAG, I, as well as all of you, have changed for the better. High school is where I really came out of my shell and started taking things one day at a time. I hope that we all continue to be grateful for the trivial things in life, as well as our big accomplishments, like earning our high school diplomas. As we say goodbye to our second home, let us all think about the great memories we had at JAG, whether it was a school dance, a sporting event, or another kind of extracurricular activity that Garfield has to offer. I want to give a big thanks to our school's teachers, administrators, counselors, and other staff members. Garfield would not be the same without you, and we are all grateful for everything that you do. In closing, I would like to thank some of the most influential people in my life who have always believed in me, my family. They have always pushed me to be my best self. I know it was not always easy for my sister to proofread my past questionably written essays, but her assistance made me a better writer. Even if it took everything in her to not delete what I wrote and make me rewrite it. I would not be the person I am today if it were not for my mom's kindness and my dad's comedic personality. I appreciate them both so much, and I would not be on the stage speaking to you all if it were not for their constant support. One final time, congratulations to the class of 2024. I cannot wait to see all of your accomplishments, whether that is in college, workforce, armed forces, or whatever path you choose to explore. I know that we will all do our part in making the world a better place. Thank you.
Good evening, G-Men. I didn't think I'd be so glad to see all of your beautiful faces, because I just realized this is the last time that all of us will be in the same place together at once. Anyways, it's a great evening, and ended up being for another amazing, and probably the most amazing class to graduate from JAG High School. First off, I want to acknowledge how absolutely blessed we are to have such structure and community here at Garfield. No joke, I think we have some of the best faculty and staff west of the Mississippi. We have some seriously great opportunities given to us by our school community. Not only do we have the opportunities given to us by our school, but we have some students in this class that have gone above and beyond in creating a great environment for us to thrive in. I believe the community we're part of and the community we've made is what sets us apart and propels us forward as we graduate. This leads me to the main focus of my speech: the importance of finding a community that will embrace you in the beginning of our adult lives. As a naive teenager, I am fully confident that I know everything and I can navigate life on my own without the guidance of my parents, peers, or administrators. Because what do they know? Obviously, this is the farthest thing from the truth, and I believe finding a good community or group to back you is vital to our success. The truth is, we will fall short. We are going to miss deadlines, disappoint people, and ultimately fail. I have done all of these things in high school, but because of the great community I am part of, when I don't complete things when or the way I'm supposed to, I am surrounded by so many people who can prop me back on my feet and help give me another opportunity. I mean, without my good buddy Landon up here, I might not have passed high school. And that's not even a joke. Reminding me of deadlines, upcoming event dates, what time I'm supposed to be there. I pretty much rode on his coattails all high school long. This goes for so many others in my life as well. I don't know what I would do without the amazing people that I am blessed enough to have around me. My point is, we are all human and we will all fail. Through failure, there's benefit, and sometimes we have to drive on the wrong side of the road to learn a valuable lesson. But surrounding yourself with people who want to see you succeed is a clear-cut way to benefit simply by changing the climate around you. Having a group that supports you is not just a one-way street. As an individual, we have to earn the way we are treated. We have to become somebody that the people around you want to support. You won't find a community that treats you well and takes care of you if you don't treat those in the community with the same attitude. While we do have to act with honor and respect, it is important to be ourselves. For me, these last few years have been very developmental. And as we surround ourselves with new people, it is important not to let who we've become disintegrate. Be stubborn in that aspect. I myself have developed a serious relationship with procrastination, as almost every assignment of my senior year was started the night before or the day it was due. I started this speech the morning it was due. As I head to college, I plan to keep my standards high and procrastinate as much as possible. Obviously joking, but I will try and take the under pressure writing skills and also the drive I have during the last few hours before an assignment is due and apply it with maybe a little bit more punctuality. Either way, these traits are a part of who I am, and it is important to keep a small part of them in the way I do things in college. Another bit of advice I have for everyone is simple. Go out there and be a G-man. We have been so lucky to have one of the best communities we will ever be a part of while attending Garfield High School. And again, we should take this out into the real world. Being a G-man is far more than repping the black and gold. Being a true G-man is having integrity, honesty, dedication, responsibility, respect, and of course the X factor, grit. If we can go out into the world and do what we have done for our high school through sports teams, clubs, classes, and groups, we will be in good shape. They say once a G-man, always a G-man, and I couldn't agree more. So go be a G-man. During these next few months, before we all become Flashes, Zips, or insert any other school mascot name, we should all reflect on our 4 years actually spent as G-men. The memories and relationships made here at Garfield are nothing short of amazing and should be appreciated. We all say that we'll keep in touch, and we might a little bit, but none of us will see each other nearly as much as we have over the past 4 years. That's why it's important to appreciate what we've had, because we'll never have anything quite like it. We all have such bright futures ahead of us, and we'll have better and worse experiences in our lives, but nothing will ever quite feel like high school again. It's sad, but it is a good thing. We can look back on our 4 years with adoration and pride, and if we can't, we still have our whole life ahead of us. Plus, you don't realize how good something is until it's over. So, I hope as we graduate, we reflect and we smile while thinking about our friends, groups, and of course, our community. Lastly, finding a group who will support you and you can count on 100% of the time will be difficult, and I would say it's even impossible. Your friends and community members will let you down, just as you will let them down. This is normal. It's all part of the growing process. But there is a love that is unconditional, a love that will comfort you in your time of weakness and fragility, a love that will forgive even your worst mistakes without judgment. This is the love of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I urge everyone to find him and walk with him through the new experiences in our life where the next step is unknown. Though it's unknown to us, our God has a perfect plan for every single one of us here today. Our Lord is reliable 100% of the time. So when you are lost, call upon the name of Jesus. Watch how your life changes. He saved my life, and he can save yours. Thank you to all the parents, guardians, administrators, staff, and faculty for your constant support. Thank you, Garfield, for all of the amazing opportunities and memories that will last a lifetime. Go, G-Men.
Good evening. On behalf of myself, Vice President Dave Vincent, Patricia Brett, Colleen Caorilla, and Darrell White, we would like to thank and welcome all of you to celebrate with the soon-to-be graduating class of 2024. We extend our gratitude to everyone who has contributed to this incredible graduation program. Finally, we want to thank the families who have entrusted the James A. Garfield family to provide what we believe is an excellent education for your graduates. I would also like to take a moment to recognize all of our administrators, educators, support staff, volunteers, and community members who make our school so outstanding. Your dedication and hard work do not go unnoticed. We thank you for all of your support and appreciate you deeply. As we stand here today celebrating the achievements of the class of 2024, we often hear the question, what do you want to do with your life? While this is an important question, I want to pose a different one. What type of person do you want to become? Your career choices and professional successes are significant, but they are just one part of the story. Equally important is the kind of human being you aspire to be. How do you want to live your life in being a reasonable, responsible, caring, and compassionate person? James A. Garfield, the 20th President of the United States and our school's namesake, once said, "Next in importance to freedom and justice is popular education, without which neither freedom nor justice can be permanently maintained." This reminds us that our education is not just about acquiring knowledge, but also about fostering values that sustain freedom and justice in our society. Tom Hanks, an actor renowned for not just his talent, but for his integrity and kindness, once said, "The only way you can truly control how you are seen is by being honest all the time." Hank's words emphasize the importance of authenticity and honesty as foundational traits of a good human being. And Margaret Thatcher, the first female Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, remarked, "Being powerful is like being a lady. If you have to tell people you are, you aren't." Thatcher's insight teaches us that true strength and influence come from our actions and character, not from asserting our authority. Throughout your times at James A. Garfield schools, you have not only acquired knowledge, but also cultivated these traits of integrity, honesty, and compassion. These qualities have been nurtured by your families and through your education and experiences here. You are prepared to move forward, equipped with the values and skills necessary to make a positive impact on the world. As you embark on the next chapter of your lives, remember that success is not solely defined by titles or wealth, but by the quality of your character and the kindness you show to others. Strive to be individuals who lead with integrity, who listen with empathy, and who act with compassion. Becoming the person you want to be is a lifelong journey. It involves making choices that reflect your values, treating others with respect, making choices, and always seeking to do what is right, even when it is difficult. In doing so, you will not only achieve success in your chosen fields, but also build a legacy of goodness that will inspire others. Class of 2024, as you step forward into the world, take with you the lessons you have learned here and the love and support of your families and your educators. Embrace the journey of becoming the best version of yourselves, both professionally and personally. Congratulations to each one of you. We are incredibly proud of you and excited to see the remarkable people you will become. Thank you, and go G-Men.
Congratulations, class of 2024. You've done it. You have finally completed everything required of you to earn your diploma, and you're heading out into the world. Before we go any farther, though, I'd like to take the opportunity to thank all the people who made this possible. Your teachers, the staff who worked behind the scenes, from the programs to the stage setup. And this year, more than most, right? There was a lot of work going on. Are we inside? Are we outside, right? We got a beautiful night. It could not be done without that incredible team. Graduates, I also encourage you to thank your support system who's here with you today. They have been working for this moment right along with you. I don't want you to graduate. There, I said it. And I know that that's selfish, and supposedly today is not about me, but that's the truth. I've enjoyed having you in the building over the last 4 years, but it's been longer than that. Some of you I've known since 6th grade basketball, others since middle school, and that time matters. And while I know that this is what's supposed to happen, and I'm excited for you and like what you're gonna go out and do, it's bittersweet for me to have you leave. In full disclosure, I struggled to find a topic that I felt was good enough or had enough value. So I decided I was just gonna give you some advice before you leave. You're all moving on to something. Work, military, college, and the expectations are going to change. You will have other responsibilities that aren't centered around getting to first period on time, dances, Friday night football, and your Snapchat streaks. While moving on is exciting, and I know that you are ready to be done with high school life, there will be points when you wish all you had to worry about was what you were gonna wear on neon night. Life is gonna get messy and hard. There will be good days and bad days. Big decisions that you know you have to make, and then sometimes small decisions made quickly that will have a huge impact on your life. And what I have learned as I have aged is that whatever plan you think you have will inevitably change and not go as planned. When big choices come up, my suggestion is to listen to the advice of people you respect, the people who you consider your mentors, and then make the best decision with the information you have. Hopefully you can take comfort in that, because in the next few years, you might change your major, or your school, or think you want to do a specific job and then do that job and realize that is not at all what you want to do. All of that is okay and normal. You're not expected to have it all figured out. Quite honestly, a lot of us still don't have it all figured out. But here are some basic things that I have learned along the way. 2 things about social media. Watch what you put on it, and it does not deserve hours of your time. Be kind to people. First, assume a positive intent when you don't understand someone's actions. Show up to work regularly and on time. Apologize and mean it when you hurt someone or are wrong. Never stop learning. It's your ultimate tool to get ahead. Expose yourselves to other ideas and opinions. You can disagree with people and still remain polite, professional, and they can even still be your friends. I would encourage you to travel, explore, try new things, and do it when the opportunity presents itself. People always think they will do these things later in life when I'm more established or I have more money. But here's the secret. You can't guarantee that you're ever going to feel that way. So take advantages of opportunities to grow. Life is a leap of faith, and you are on the precipice of so many good things to come. So get out there, get to work, show them what you've got, and the rest will take care of itself. Graduates, you will be missed around here, but I'm looking forward to hearing all of the amazing things you're doing. I actually expect it, like you're gonna have to let us know, okay? Congratulations on all your successes and good luck on your future endeavors. And I really don't want to do this because I like them, but Mr. Lysak, it is my honor to present to you the class of 2024.
Seniors, congratulations to each of you. I know I can speak for your family and teachers when I say that we are all very proud of you. Before we celebrate, please join me in thanking the many individuals who have prepared you, the grounds, and this ceremony today. Thank you to Ben Call for streaming the service today and memorializing so many of your experience over the last 4 years. Ms. Kissabeth, Mr. Flager, Officer Arns, Mr. and Mrs. Fisher, Mrs. Schaefer, Mr. Livingston, Mr. Sabula, Mr. Logan, all of your teachers, the maintenance crew, secretaries, cafeteria, and custodial staff, thank you for the care and dedication you have shown to support this fine group of young men and women along the way. Seniors, over the last 13 years, you've helped me gain a better understanding of many things, and one of them being Instagram. So many of you have shared pictures and videos with me that have really made me laugh, sometimes question your maturity, but recently, one of you shared a video that shaped this very speech. It doesn't matter who it came from. What's important tonight is the message, and this is what it said. There are 3 types of people you will experience in your life. Leaf people. These are people who come into your life just for a season. They may be there for a time, but you can't depend on them long term. They only come to take what they want, but when things get cold or the wind picks up, they will leave. Then there are branch people. They're strong, but you need to be careful with them too. They break away when life becomes tough and they can't handle too much weight. They may stay with you in some seasons, but they will go when the load becomes harder. And finally, there are the root people. These people are very important because they don't do things to be seen. They are supportive even if you go through a difficult time. They provide you with what you need, and their sole purpose is to support you, to help you grow, no matter how hard the wind blows, how cold it gets, or how tough the season. Through your journey, you will have leaf people, branch people, and root people in your life. They will all play a part in your story, but always seek to find the root people and thank them for all they do for you. Speaking of trees, let me finish the speech with a fable. In a vast, lush valley lived a lone oak tree, the kind you see in paintings, surrounded by nothing in the middle of a field. He weathered storms, sheltered creatures, and stood tall, strong and alone for centuries. Yet a strange sadness gnawed at him. "Why am I alone and the only one reaching for the sky?" he lamented. One day a gentle breeze whispered, "Look around, great oak. You certainly stand alone, but beneath you are your roots, and that lies a network of unseen threads connecting you to the wildflowers and the grasses. You are strong because of them, and they thrive because of you." The oak, humbled, finally saw the delicate web of roots that nourished him, the silent partnership he shared with the smaller plants. He understood then that true strength resided not in isolation, but in connection. G-men, like the mighty oak, you stand tall today. You face challenges, grown from knowledge, and are ready to branch out. Remember the unseen network beneath you, your teachers, mentors, friends, and most importantly, your family. These are the connections that have supported you, challenged you, and made you who you are. They are your root people. The world beyond these walls is vast and exciting, but it's not meant to be navigated alone. Nurture the friendships you forged here at Garfield High School. Celebrate each other's victories, offer a hand when the path gets rocky, and seek to be a root for others. Just like the oak, you are stronger, more resilient, and infinitely more beautiful and powerful when you are connected. Now, the moment you've been waiting for. As superintendent of the James A. Garfield Local School District, I certify that the seniors receiving diplomas here today have met all the requirements of the state of Ohio and the Garfield Board of Education to graduate from Garfield High School. Thank you, seniors, for all the wonderful memories. And to the Garfield class of 2024, congratulations, and go G-Men.
Good evening, everyone. As we stand on the threshold of a new beginning, let's take a moment to reflect on the journey that has brought us to this turning point. Our past is not just a series of events. It's a collection of lessons, experiences, and memories that have shaped us into the individuals we are today. From the early days of uncertainty to the late nights of hard work and dedication, we have preserved, grown, and overcome obstacles together. Let's harness the wisdom gained from our past, the friendships forged, and the knowledge acquired as we move forward into the future. Even through everything the past 13 years has thrown at us, we stand here together one last time as the class of 2024.
This whole year has been full of last first, from our last first day of school to our last game or dance. However, we must remember, as this chapter of our life draws to a close, another one is beginning. We're leaving behind the classrooms and halls where we made so many memories and friendships that have shaped us into the people sitting here today. But I know that the lessons we were taught have readied us for the challenges of leaving home, and our G-Men spirit will help us achieve greatness in whatever our lives entail.
Our lives are just now beginning. Though it feels like we've been in school forever, and like we've grown up so much, we're just now really going to go out and change the world. I have no worries about how our class will do post-graduation, as we have some of the most talented people I've ever been able to work with. I encourage all focus to look into the future with excitement and confidence that we are capable of making a difference. We are the future. And though that seems scary, it really is a privilege. So let's go get 'em, G-Men.
One journey ending can only mean another is about to begin. 18 years and we're finally leaving the nest. I don't know about the rest of you, but I'd say we are a pretty awesome class. And we can continue to be an awesome class. Years from now, we want to make Garfield say, the class of 2024 was one of the best classes we've had in this school and in the real world. In the words of Mr. Minnick, it's been real, it's been fun, and we hope you had a good time here. Good luck out there, God bless you all, and like always, go G-Men.
Thank you for listening, and keep an eye on your podcast app of choice. Beyond the Bureau returns for the 2020